Hey everybody, this is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I am here to bring you another fun video. Today is 3D Thursday, and I have brought you this adorable little teacup that is holding this cool Lindor chocolate. So we are gonna get started, and I'm gonna teach you how to make this today. It's super fun and super easy. It's nice because it sits up on a desk and it looks adorable like this from the front. So we're using the Boutique stamp set and die set to make this, and it's super easy, super fun, and I think you guys are gonna love it. I've done a lot of the stamping already because I had to die cut that, so we're not gonna have a whole lot of stamping on this card, on this project, but you are gonna certainly enjoy it. I think I'm gonna set it right here. I'm gonna put this up here so you can see the little tea bag as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with a piece of 2 3/4, 2 by 3 3/4 piece, and I have used Bermuda Bay. So I'm gonna grab my Simply scoreboard because that's what we use when we score around here, don't we? So we're gonna go ahead and place this in, and we're gonna do scoring on the short and the long side. So this is the long side here. So on the long side, we're going to score in 2 places at 1.5 inches and 2 1/4 inches. And on the short side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 1.5 inches. So there's 2 score marks on each side. This is a very, very simple box. Okay, so these are the pieces that we have left. I'm holding it up there so that you guys can get a screenshot of the score marks if you want. And we're gonna go ahead and burnish on all sides. So I'm gonna grab my bone folder. And we definitely want to burnish because that will help us be able to see where we're gonna do our cutting. So we have 2 score marks on that side and 2 score marks on this side. Just like that, okay? Now we're gonna do our cutting. So we're gonna bring our scissor in, and we are gonna angle cut here and angle cut here. So we're gonna do a peak. We're gonna angle cut here and angle cut here. And then we're also gonna angle the 2 outside edges, okay? So there and here. And let's do the other side the same way. So on either side of this score mark, we're gonna angle and angle, angle and angle, and then the 2 outer pieces. So it's very easy, and I will hold it up in a minute as soon as I am done with this last angle cut and once I clear off the scraps. I'm going to put it down if you want to take a screenshot. Okay, so here it is in all its glory. So this is the base of our little teacup. Okay, this is what's going to house our little, whatever chocolate you want to put in there. You could put Hershey Nuggets, you could put Hershey's Kisses, Hershey's Hugs. Oh my gosh, so many things you could put in there. So cute. You could put a little small tea cookie and a tea bag. It's a really cute little set. So the other parts of our teacup are obviously these die cut pieces. So I have die cut 2 in the Bermuda Bay and 1 detailed in the Bermuda Bay. And what I mean by detailed is here's the dies. So you have the solid and then you have the detailed. So I did 1 detailed and 2 solid. And then I did 1 in the solid of Coastal Cabana. That's the background. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pop all of these pieces out of this piece. Poke them all out of the detailed die. I wanted you guys to see it, how it looks die cut, which is why I didn't poke them out ahead of time. So we're gonna put some adhesive on the back of this. You can also use adhesive sheets if you don't like to use wet glue on skinny pieces or small pieces. So let's go ahead and clear those off the screen. I will toss those into my trash can. Oh, my squeaky chair. One of these days I'm gonna get a new chair. But this one does support my back really well. I do have to say I'm very happy with it. as a whole. Okay, so we're gonna glue it onto this piece, but this is the piece we're gonna put the glue on. So I'm gonna start with my multi-purpose glue. And I'm gonna start on these pieces here that are largest. I'm gonna put dots there and run my lines. Now, the rest of it, I'm just gonna be real careful. You don't need a ton of glue. Just make sure that, of course, you do have some around the edges, but you don't need to over glue this. I think that's pretty good. Just make sure I have some over on these pieces. All right, so let's go ahead and turn that over. And we're gonna glue it onto our Coastal Cabana, the Bermuda Bay, onto the Coastal Cabana. I think it looks really pretty together, these two colors. They complement each other well. So I'm gonna press down my teacup. All right. Make sure it sticks. Just gonna hold it for a second with the palm of my hand. All right. So now on the back, I wanna put this colored teacup, because when you open or when you look inside, you want the whole inside to be the same color. So I'm gonna glue, since I glued it onto a piece of Coastal Cabana, I need to cover that up. So we're gonna put some glue on there. And glue those two pieces together. So now our teacup is Bermuda Bay again. And then this piece here is gonna be the back. So we now have two pieces, okay? Okay, so what we're gonna do is adhere our little piece here to these two pieces. So we can start with the front if you'd like. The first thing that I'm gonna do is put adhesive on this tab. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of wet adhesive on this tab, and I'm gonna put my teacup down, and I'm gonna make sure the bottom of the teacup is curved. So you wanna make sure that you do not put it all the way down, that the actual piece that sits onto your desk surface is this piece, not your teacup, because if you do that, it's gonna wobble. Okay, so you don't want a wobbly teacup. So there is the teacup. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put adhesive on this side. You'll see where I'm going here. So I'm gonna pull this up, and then I'm gonna line that right along that edge of my teacup. I'm gonna bring my fingers in and press down. Press that in. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna put adhesive on this little flap, and then I'm gonna bring it onto my teacup and right along that edge and place my finger. So it forms kind of a little V inside. Can you guys see that? And we're gonna do the same thing now on the other side. So this time we want our teacup to go this way, right? Because we want the handles to fit and match, right? So we're gonna start with this tab, and again, put your adhesive on it, and then put your teacup down and make sure that your teacup does not wobble, that it does not stick past your piece. And we're, oops, fell off. Let's hold it a little longer. Hold it a little longer. And then I'm gonna set it down. I'm happy with that. Same thing here. This time I'm gonna put the adhesive on both of these at the same time, now that you guys know what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna wiggle them. I'm gonna bring my teacup to them, and I'm just gonna slide them in if they need to slide in, or slide them out if they need to slide out. And once I have them there, I'm gonna go ahead and put my finger on the inside and press that to my teacup. So there is our teacup. Pretty awesome and pretty easy. So, of course, it's gonna get a chocolate, but not yet. So now we're going to do the decorating. We're gonna do this cute little tea bag, and we're gonna do our flowers, which I have attached onto glue dots, which are on this piece. We are gonna make our cute tag, which I have stamped right here with the word enjoy, which is part of the stamp set. I have die cut these cute little hearts. We're gonna glue those on there. Now, you could make the teacup bigger if you used larger pieces of cardstock. This is the size I just thought was the best, and so that's what I went with. And if you can mess around with my measurements and make it a little bigger or smaller, or, you know, it's up to you. Make it more square, make it more box-like. I wanted it to look like an actual teacup itself. So that's why I did that. There's my 2 hearts on my teacup. Now, I'm gonna put a piece of twine in the middle, and we're also gonna put this greenery, which I stamped in Bermuda Bay, and we're gonna glue that right here inside our teacup, right here at the front. But before I do that, I want to have a spot here for the tea bag to rest on, so I'm just gonna cut a teeny tiny little slit right there that you won't be able to see until I put the twine into that slit. So just do that before you glue it. It's a little bit easier if you do it before you glue it. So we're gonna go ahead and glue this in, and then we will put our cute little flowers on. So there is our greenery. And then we're gonna pull our flowers, which I have glue dots on the backs of them. And we're going to adhere them. Let's put this one here on this piece. And let's get the next big one. Put it right here maybe. Yeah, that's good. And then let's see. Let's put these guys. So cute they are. This is such a cute set. And I mean, I liked this set before I bought it. Obviously I bought it, right? But let me tell you, when I started stamping with this set, I fell in love with it. It's so easy to make cards and projects, and it is super cute. So there's our flowers. And I chose to use Mango Melody for my flowers and for my heart pieces, and for the stamping there I used Coastal Cabana for the outline, which is one of the stamps in the stamp set. See, it's an outline, and then you can use the tag to cut it out. And then I used the 2 from words, so cute, to put on the back. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna glue in a minute, but we're gonna first cut a piece of this twine, and we're gonna use a glue dot to adhere it. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this, and I'm gonna pick up this glue dot, put my twine on it. Whoops, I didn't mean to stick my finger to it. I'm gonna put my twine on it, and then I'm gonna put it on the back of my tea bag. Or I'm gonna try to, just like that, and pick that up, okay? And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of the bottom part of my tea bag. And then I'm gonna grab another glue dot just to make sure that it's nice and solid on there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and adhere these 2 together. So that's how I made my cute little tea bag piece. So on the back you can write who this is for if you'd like. I used the to and from. If you don't want that, you could just do what I did, the outline, and leave it blank. I just thought it would be cute to have that little to from on there. So now we're attached onto my piece here, right? So what we're gonna do is we're going to take our tea bag and we're gonna loop it through that little cut we made. All right, and then when you're happy with where it is, we are going to stick this down, and we're gonna put our glue dot on the inside down here. You could also use a piece of tape if you wanted to. I'm just gonna use a glue dot, so I'm gonna trim my twine a little bit low, just like that, because I want it to go down here where you're not gonna see it. So I'm gonna put this away. I use this twine so much, it has lasted me, and I love it. All right, so we don't need the wet glue anymore, we need a glue dot. So I'm gonna grab that with my take your pick tool. And we're gonna lift that up here and take it with us. And I'm going to see where this ends, and I can see where it is. I'm gonna stick that down at the bottom. And then I'm gonna stick my twine to it if I can get it off my take your pick tool. There it is. Okay guys, maybe there's an easier way. This worked perfectly the first time. Okay, let me stick it onto my twine. There we go. And then I'm gonna stick that in the corner there. And if you keep that twine in that corner, it won't impede right there down the side with whatever kind of candy you want to put in there. And I love that when you make that little slit in the front, that your little tag can dangle. If you don't want it to dangle and you're not putting anything on the back, I mean, I have the to from on the back of mine, but if you don't want it to dangle, you can always use a mini glue dot or a glue dot on the back of it and adhere it onto your teacup like this. But I just thought it was cute dangling from the greenery there like that. So I hope that you enjoyed this project. It's super quick, super easy, and super fun. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in my teacup, and we'll leave that one down so you guys can see. Let's put the tag up here. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this project. Super simple. Again, the main piece was 2 inches by 3 3/4 for the section to make it into a 3D teacup. And then the rest is just die cut pieces. I use scraps of paper to do that. And I love using up my scraps making projects like this. I hope that you enjoyed this project. I'm so grateful to be here with you, and I will see you next time. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!